You got Leon D here, and we're going to talk about food. I'm not an expert on anything to do with food, but I've been around a long time, and I am a professional barbecuologist. I know food. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know a lot of things that you may not like. That's the intro for Leon D. Let's get it on. This is DJ Leon D. I'm here to talk about something that's very, very dear to me. That's competition barbecue. We're going to talk about competition barbecue. I'm going to tell you how it works. See, this is how it works. You can be the best cook, the best barbecuologist in the whole world. It don't mean you're going to win because you got the best food. It does not mean that at all. So before you go out and you buy yourself a F-350 or a dually to pull around your grill and your smoker that's made out of an old Volkswagen that you done cut in half, and you done now made it a world-class looking smoker, you done spent a lot of money on painting and wheels and all that, and you get the crowd's attention. Let me tell you how it works in competition barbecue. You can buy Wagyu and all the best custom meats in the world. You can have the best food there and not win. I'm going to tell you why. You see, I'm a certified Kansas City Barbecue Society member. Yeah, I'm certified to judge contests and to judge a lot of things. It's not such a scam as it's more of a social event. You go there, don't go there expecting to win. No matter how good you are, how many barbecue shows you look at, that's not how it works. Because I'm gonna tell you about me. Now, I like judging the contest, but I'm gonna be honest about it. There is no judge who has a palate for all the barbecue in the world in different parts of the country. You don't have a perfect palate for that. You may look at Pit Masters and all these other shows, and you see a guy one day he's in Georgia, the next day he's in Kansas City, the next day he's in Texas. No, not the same guy. In most places, the locals judge the food. Like me, for instance, I like Kansas City style barbecue. You give me that Eastern North Carolina with all that vinegar, that's not me. I won't do a contest in those regions because it's not fair to the people who are preparing to enter a contest, and hopefully they'll get a honest opinion from you about their food. I can't give them an honest opinion about food that's not native to me. And like I told you earlier, I know what I like, I know what I don't like. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. That's not my style. So I don't do those contests because I think I would be lying to a lot of people if I say I'm an expert in Eastern North Carolina barbecue with all the vinegar stuff. No, 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 not me. But here's how it works. When you enter a barbecue contest, they get judges, six of them, and they decide how good the food was for the food that they tasted. They don't get to taste other competitors' food. They taste one competitor food and they give a score. Now, here's where it's not fair at. If you give your great food to the wrong crowd or a group of six people, you won't get a good score. You will not get a good score. And somebody could have gave the bad food to a fat guy who's hungry as hell. Fat people are going to give you high scores. But fat people also are very, very picky. Yep, fat people are very, very picky on what they eat. They didn't get that size by just gobbling everything. No, they got that size by gobbling a lot of what they like. Yeah, that's how fat people get fat. They eat a lot of what they like. They don't eat a lot of bad food. They know what they like, and they eat a lot of it. I'm talking about in pounds. So, the reason I'm telling you that, because that person who gave the fat people his food, they'll probably win. That person who gave six skinny models great food, no, his chances ain't so good. Not so good. And let me tell you something. I was at a contest, and they give you your typical, your ribs, your brisket, your chicken, they give you all that kind of stuff. But here's where the problem comes in at. The chicken should be bite through. I was doing a contest. This lady must have had all of three teeth in her head. None in the front. She was biting the chicken from the side. I'm like, how are you going to tell me about texture and the doneness of this meat? You can't even bite through it because all your 3 teeth are on the side of your head. All of them on the side of her head. Ain't none in the front, none in the bottom. And she was a judge. So the people that we judge, I knew that they were going to get good scores from 4 out of the 6. And the toothless wonders over there, the 2 women without teeth, I knew they was not going to get a good score. If they did, it would be because of the barbecue sauce, because she was licking it up. You thought that barbecue sauce was an ice cream sandwich the way she was licking it. You would have thought it was an ice cream sandwich. And then I had a lady one time I did a contest, and she told me, she said, I don't really eat meat. So she was licking the barbecue sauce and giving scores. I didn't see her take a bite of anything. She didn't take a bite of anything. And she was giving scores. So I don't know what kind of scores she gave, but when I added them up, I saw that there was a 1 on the score sheet. I said, who in the hell she gave a 1 to? Matter of fact, who in the hell gave a 1? There is no food that bad unless it's burnt or undercooked. Undercooked is the worst thing you can do. But I'm like, she gave somebody a 1. And so I happened to be talking to her on the side. I didn't know it was her. I said, yeah, somebody got a 1. She goes, oh, his sauce was too thin. It was like runny. I said, well, how'd you know that? She goes, she said, because I know because I gave the score. I said, was the meat done? Was it cooked to the correct temperature or what? And she was like, I don't know. I didn't bite into it. I said, wow. You traveled all the way from probably Missouri or somewhere out there in the Midwest, all the way to the East Coast. And she said, no, I was on the East Coast visiting a friend, so I decided to do a contest. I said, well, you should have stayed out where you was at and did a contest out there. Because you done came over here and just wrecked somebody whole weekend. Because this person was not going to win. Because, see, it takes 6 good scores to get a good score. 1 terrible score, you're done. You are done. That's how it works. So by her not eating meat, she had no clue to if the meat was done, if it was good. She didn't have a damn clue. So I have sat there with people and I have seen presentation look great. I have eaten the food look great. And I'm thinking to myself, this got to be a high score. But then I look at others and I know you gave worse scores. And I'm thinking, okay, I don't know what they expect, but they are hurting people who really believe they got good food. And as a judge and a barbecuologist you'll see me smoking food in this video, I knew that they were doing somebody wrong. And so saying that, just because your family likes your food, don't mean you got good food. Hell, most of my friends, I'm surprised their family are still with them today. After tasting their food, I'm like, if I was your wife or your kids, I would have ran away. I would have just ran away. There's no way I would still be part of your family. But if you grow up and that's all you know, a perfect example, I got one guy I know, not a friend. I use that word very, very tightly. He burns every damn thing. He put food on the smoker and don't come back out until he smells the food in the house. When you smell the food in the house with the doors closed and windows closed, yep, it's probably burnt. And there's a good chance that the fire department is out there with you. You lucky you got a deck. So, he doesn't use a fireman at all. It's just a matter of time for him. We all know that. So when you enter a contest, you gotta hope you got 6 judges with the same likes that you have, and they like your food. You gotta have that. And when you see people that won 200 and 300 trophies, I'm gonna tell you, some of those trophies they won, the competition was very, very small. If you got 20 people and they paying the first 10 people money, which you don't see very rarely, normally it's the top five. But no matter what, you see 20 people, they paying the top five, you got a 1 in 4 chance, you got a 1 in 4 chance or 1 in something. But now you got 60 and 70 people, entering the contest, like a lot of these larger contests, they only paying the first five. Your chances go from a 1 in 4 to about a 1 in 20. And that's when you really got to have judges who are on your side and like what you like. That's when you really got to have that. So for you people out there who think I'm going to buy me a brand new smoker and a brand new dually to pull it around the country, and it costs as much as your house, you got to be smarter about that. I see people on the highway going all kind of places, especially in the South. They enter these contests and they just swear to God they're going to win. When they don't win, they really, really do feel hurt or somebody don't like them. They get upset. They really do feel that way. I'm not sure why they get upset and why they feel hurt, because you're giving your food to strangers. You're giving your food to strangers. Now, I heard there are contests where the strangers who are judging your food know who you are. That's even worse. I like a blind taste test. Imagine your homeboy over there, he not giving you the score that he's giving everybody else. Man, that could damage what you thought was a friendship. Now you decided that's not a friendship, that's a relationship. That ain't got nothing to do with each other. He ain't your friend, he's just somebody you know. And you probably spoke to a lot. So that's a huge, huge difference. Now, I like the blind taste test, because that means that when I get somebody a bad score because the food's bad, I ain't gonna get shot leaving the contest. But your homeboy over there, I know he got some thinking going through his mind about what he want to do next with you. Because that Sunday coming to look at the football and drinking your Hennessy, that ain't gonna work no more. Nope, not at all. Now, speaking of that, I did a contest down in Virginia one time. And this guy, I know for a fact, was drunker than hell as a judge. And see, you're supposed to be sober, and you got to wash your palate with water, eat crackers to clean your palates. This guy, I know he was thinking, if only I had a Budweiser to go over this chicken, I would be home free. I know he thought that because, hell, the way he was eating the chicken, you take one bite and you put it down. No. He rotated that chicken like a rotisserie in his mouth. He spun all the meat off for one round. It was all gone. Yep. He put it in his mouth, the entire chicken thigh. He treated it just like his mouth was a rotisserie. You were waiting for him. He ate all the brisket. And then wanted to know if I was going to eat all of mine. I only take one bite, and I did the tug test. I looked around, mine was gone. He ate mine, his, and probably the other 4 contestants or judges during the contest. And he proudly wore his sign saying, "I'm a judge." They don't give those signs out. He made one at home. 3D, it seems. "I'm a judge." So people were feeding him, thinking that they're going to influence him, not knowing if he was going to be the judge for their particular food. He didn't know that, they didn't know it, and they didn't care. And also, you don't want a super skinny person judging your food either. You don't want that. You don't want nobody super skinny judging your food. That is a problem. They come to a contest already full. You want Fat Joe over there. You want Fat Joe. Because Fat Joe is going to give your food a thorough tasting. He is going to enjoy every single bite. That skinny person, they're going to take a small bite. I'm full. You can't judge how good food is under 2 conditions. If you're already full or if you're drunk. If you're already full, all food tastes the same after you get full. All food. Now, I know some fat people, they don't get full. They don't get full at all. They can eat all day long. They find a time to stop. They find a break time. They find a break time. We need a break. And skinny people never is gonna enjoy every single bite because their mind is thinking, how can I get rid of this out of my mouth? I don't want to go into my stomach because that means at some point I might have to go to the bathroom. I just want to take a small bite, and they're good with that. And I want to spit out the rest. That's what skinny people do. Fat people, generally with fat people, the first bite of a contest, they don't taste anything. It just really, they take a bite, swallow, it's all gone. Then once they put a base or a roux on the bottom of the stomach, then they start saying, okay, now let me see what it tastes like. I know it's edible. Let me see what it tastes like. So when you go to a contest, you got to go there for the socializing. It's all about the socializing. You meet friends, you make new friends. You go there for that kind of stuff. You don't go there because you're going to lose money. When you come in 5th place and they give you $50 and you spent probably $150 in gas, probably $200 in meat, because in a contest, when you enter ribs, you don't just enter 6 ribs. You can do that. Most people do that. But my point is, when you enter 6 ribs, you probably done bought 3 or 4 racks of ribs, and you probably cooked all 3 or 4, and you're picking the 6 best out of those 3 or 4. Say you get 12 bones to, you get 12 bones to a rack of ribs. You buying 4 packs, and so you getting 48 bones, but you only giving the judges 6 of those. He's only gonna get 6, or she's only gonna get 6. The rest of you either sell, you eat, you do whatever you're gonna do with them. Now, me personally, I normally share mine with other people. And I don't ask for feedback, how good were they? Because the ones that I thought were the best are the ones that I gave to the judges. So that's how that works. So if you want to not get your feelings hurt, but make friends, go to competition barbecue contests. You're gonna make friends. It don't matter your race, your height, your cultural habits. It don't matter. You're gonna make friends because everybody is looking forward to when the food's done and they can have a nice cold beer. They can chill out, do what they want to do. And you know what? That same person might be traveling to the next contest that you're gonna be in. So make a friend and enjoy yourself at competition barbecue. Whether it rains, shine, or whatever the weather's gonna be, it don't matter. You are going to make friends and you're gonna enjoy yourself. You're gonna meet some people that you would never ever meet. And some you really don't want to ever meet. So don't be afraid to try something new as far as friends who are not in your comfort zone. Because one thing about barbecue contests is they are not for the introverted people. They are 100% for the extroverted. They're not for the introverted. Because you might need to borrow something, something simple. I'm not saying you need to go borrow a brisket or go borrow a rack of ribs. No. That's called family. Your family do that to you. Can I borrow some ribs? No. Go to the store like I saw you walk past or drive past an hour ago. But in a barbecue competition contest, you never know what you might need, especially when you're traveling. Because I'm going to tell you right now, not every store has the same wood. Not every store got the same style of pellets, for your flavoring that you might like. It's like I live up here in the north. It's not easy finding pecan pellets. You can't find pecan wood. Either one, you just can't find them, but you go down south, they're everywhere. Hell, you can't find mesquite that much. So when you see it, you got to buy a lot of it because you never know when you're going to need it. And as long as they stay dry, they don't go bad. They don't go bad. So this is your boy Leon D telling you about competition barbecue. When you go there expecting to meet a new friend. Don't go there expecting to win because you're going to lose money just getting there. The only person who might make some money is the winner He's a grand champion. They might make some money. You know, and it depends on what quality and what he's done to get to where he's at and how far he's came. Because my truck get 12 miles to the gallon of gas. On a good day, I might get 16. And I know they're in the same boat. You know, so meet a new friend, have some fun. And this is your boy Leon D. I'm out.